It's like getting a haircut.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I shouldn't have said that to you.
I do it.
No,
I do it myself.
don't shave it all off, Aaron.
I do it myself.
All right, we have a visitor to the Blue Jay nest. It's Aaron.
Nice.
You probably know Aaron from the chats and in the live streams or the premieres with Nigel. And actually, he's a new member of the KW Bonsai Society.
Yeah.
And you were in the workshop.
Yes.
The one workshop that I missed.
Chinese elm.
Chinese elm, yeah.
Which is doing great, by
awesome,
the way.
awesome. Yeah. All right, Aaron, so tell us about the juniper you brought over.
Okay, so this is a gift from a friend. It was a save me tree. One of my favorite things to do is save the tree. So anytime I'm at a nursery, I go and check out the sick and weak ones first, just because you get some interesting shapes. I mean, look at this. It's like, if you can actually see the the twisty and turny in it, it was crazy, so I couldn't pass it up. Plus, it was sick and dying, and I brought it back. So there's the story.
Awesome. Okay, look at that twisty trunk there.
Yeah.
Wow.
The only real issue I see is the reverse taper, and
give it a spin.
yeah, I can reverse spin. Yeah.
So, did you think about what might be the front right now, or anything?
I was leaning towards this side of it, but I really don't. Yeah, we can style it any which way. You know, it doesn't.
Let's see.
Yeah, we gotta get that out of there too.
Okay, so just you throw out your thoughts, right? That's what you do, right? There's no right, there's no wrong. So right here is a little interesting because it comes up and goes like that, and then this one comes down. That could be really interesting. So sort of a front like that.
Right.
But I think that from this angle, the trunk looks really thin, right?
Yeah.
It looks thinner than up here.
Right.
And maybe a little straight and sort of nice.
Right.
So I think you might be onto something. I think this could definitely be our front. So something like that.
My original plan was to gin this whole piece, and because of the huge bulge that I got here, I figured if I make this my leader and I gin the rest, then it will work itself out. But then again, I was also thinking, I don't know what I'm doing.
Alright, let's see. So this is, I think with standard just wiring techniques, this one's not going to move
Really?
much. You would have to almost like wrap it up with raffia or something to make sure you're not going to kill that one. So, but that's an option. So
I also thought about getting rid of this branch and making this my leader, because it's a lot.
One reason I'm tempted on that one, I agree, is in the way you see how this is the inside of a curve, right?
Yes.
And then this is another curve the other way.
Right.
He's almost coming out of the inside, not quite. So it is a bit of a funny spot. Like if you could somehow take this branch, get him all the way over here, then he might be savable. But then, so I kind of like this guy as a leader. You're right, as well.
Good thing I didn't cut him away.
No.
Don't just be so hasty.
So I think you have. I don't know if there's no bad or no wrong choice.
Right.
I think it would work with, like I say, like chopping this right off to make him the leader. Not chopping per se, but making this a gin.
Right.
But I think because it's so fat here, you'd have to like whittle that gin down.
Right.
If you left it that full fatness, it would look funny.
It would look funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that could work. Take this one off, or somehow magically bend them out of the way, and make this the leader. It's like someone chopped them in here, and then it grew weird, isn't it?
You know, I don't see any chop marks, but it could have healed too, right?
Oh,
so
was it wrapped around?
Yeah.
That's what it is. That fits right. Okay, I think it was wrapped around a stick.
Oh, a stick too long?
Yeah.
And then, oh my gosh, and that's the scar.
Yeah.
Oh man.
There you go.
Could we not cut it and then gin it anyway?
You could cut it and gin it. I don't like how it crosses the trunk.
Crosses the trunk.
That's
completely.
the biggest thing,
Yeah.
right? So I would cut it off versus gin, and then also because of that
That bulge.
the
man.
bulge, I think we'd have to like chop the bulge out completely
Yeah.
to get rid of it.
I think I'm down to do that.
All right.
Okay.
You're ready.
So
Moment of
this
truth.
is gonna go, and as Nigel says, it's a big chop. So how should I do this? Should I take her off?
You know it's going to come off. You can start by just chopping it higher up,
And
just to
then-
kind of get the chop out of the way. Anywhere. Yeah.
And she gone.
Woohoo! Add that in the pile for the for the
Carnage
carnage
cam.
cam. Yeah.
My
And now,
my son goes nuts for the carnage cam.
this is where you can, experiment with those or with these,
I never used knob cutters.
and
Get her in there.
now you
I
can
think
go
I'll
to
do it.
fine-tuning.
I'll just stick with what I know. How far should I go in?
Why don't you come down roughly, so you're just dipping below the bottom of the branch
Okay.
right here, and we'll see how that looks,
Okay.
and then we'll look at the bulge, the knob there, and see if we need to do more.
All right.
Okay, so actually that is a pretty good cut. If you look closely on this side, it's a little high still, right?
Right.
See how there's a gap between here and here, so you can come a little lower,
So
and
maybe
the bulge is still there, so you
maybe
might
I'll
wanna
go
try
with
those.
this. Maybe we'll go with the knob cutter. This is the first time for me.
Yeah, and you almost might want to first get that,
Right.
and then B, maybe it's two chops, one to get this,
Yeah.
like the lip this way, and then one to take a bit out
Take
of
it
the
out
bulge.
the bulge. Okay.
And you can go multiple cuts, take your time, you don't have to do it all in one, and just sort of nibble away until you get where you want to be.
Oh. I think one more.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah, and then because of the bulge on the back,
I think
you might want to
a
just,
little nibble
but
there.
don't go too deep.
All right.
Let's see. Oh yeah, that actually looks really good.
All right.
I like it. Use cut paste very often, but where I do like to use it is if you make these kind of cuts where you've opened up a big area.
Yeah, they say the rule is anything around thumb size.
Yeah.
So
And this is a little, I don't say risky, but
it's pushing.
you don't want this next section to die off or anything to happen to it, so
Right.
I wouldn't mind using. And if you don't actually want anything to grow back there, I find this really stops anything.
that. So gonna attempt a bit of shari to make this connection look more natural. So I'm gonna cut away.
So this
Crazy how you can just remove a couple of things and do this and do that, and the tree looks totally different. So when you're trimming here, this is where I struggle.
This one is really rough because I just want to free up the vision. Why don't we get to pruning? So if you look here, right? See how that exposes the trunk, like the new trunk, the new leader, right? Exposes the branch. So that's what we're kind of going for. And when you look down, we're trying to get that typical, left, right, alternating. Like we don't want any T's, any T branches here either.
Okay.
And then if we do that pruning first, it's going to make it so much easier to put some wire through.
That's right.
Right?
Okay.
So let's look at this. So right there, this one is left.
Right.
Oops. Oh, we missed one. So right off the bat, we have
That
a
one
double.
is-
But before we rush, we'll just double check. We'll say, okay, we got a left and a right. But maybe sometimes it's better. Maybe make that the left. Take him out.
Okay.
He's the right. Because this one.
Yeah.
And that would just give us a little more space for wiring and
He's almost
separation.
on the top too.
Yeah. And so now, let's just say that now. So we go left, right. Right, left, right. Because I'm backwards, that's why. Right. And now let's say he is the left, let's just say. And now he is the right, which is fine. And now let's just say he's the left, which is fine. And now we have to decide. If you go down here, look, we have this.
Oh my gosh.
See that?
I didn't even notice that. It's almost like a split in the trunk here.
Yeah. Now, depending on what you're planning next in terms of wiring design, like if you maybe want to go up, you might want the one on top. But
I was
traditionally, when you're pruning, you typically always leave the bottom.
Okay.
Because a lot of times, if you, well, he's not really top, but when you take stuff on top, they can tend to go more straight up. But when you chop the top and leave a bottom one,
oh, you'll get that curve.
Yeah, he'll come up from under with a curve.
All right. I wanted a pointier tree.
You want a pointier?
Yeah.
In that case,
I think
the top one works better. For
yeah.
That. Yeah.
Okay. I will trust your word. Look at that. Woo. Down.
And in general, when you're doing the junipers, you're generally going for a kind of a triangle.
Yeah.
That's generally the look you're going for. So if you want to do any more pruning, so this one's really good. I don't know if you've done it or someone else done it. Like, there's no.
Oh, somebody else. I only saved it.
There's nothing underneath.
Yeah.
So generally, you know, if you had stuff going straight down, you would have chopped all that off already.
Okay.
So that was already done. Other thing you can do is when we look at these ones, to make them look a little more mature. This one, not really good. Right here.
Yeah.
See how this little bit is so close to the trunk?
Right.
That makes it look like a baby. But if you have just a little space, makes them just look a little bit more like a mature.
I always struggle with how far you go, but if it's just the one, that's easy.
Yeah, that's what you need to do with those. So if you want to do a couple of those.
Oh yeah, I can do that.
So let's let's wire up the top and see what you want to do with them. So do a little wire test. Want to see? Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
This guy will. It's more than enough.
Heavy duty stuff.
Might not even need to be that heavy duty. So I'm no Peter Chan. I'll show you what I do. So roughly, I know we need this much. You know, because say we're wiring out to the end, right? To there.
Right.
And generally, you're going to do 2 branches, or say you're doing the whole trunk, but we don't need to do this part of the trunk. It's beautiful. So I would probably attach to this as the anchor, and then come up and around. So we probably need that much, plus that, then some fudge. You just
right.
Just for safety. I don't mind wasting a little wire.
I don't have.
Yeah. You've done wiring before, or?
Yeah, just a little bit here and there from what I've seen on the internet.
Do you know the slingshot method?
No. If you start hitting me with that stuff, I know that. So
here, let me show you. It's pretty cool.
Okay.
So if we look here, this one and this one, like we said, this is going to be our anchor, right?
Yeah.
So wiring 2 things. So if we were to start from the back, it's nice to start from the back if you can, because it kind of just hides a little bit of wire. And now this side's going to anchor here. I know that's not perfect, but
doesn't have to be.
right? And so now that's a nice anchor. And so then you bring that one around, and now you can go up between.
So go in between this guy with this one. Yeah, was that too far?
That would be too far. I think you should do one just before.
So let's get her a little tighter here.
Okay, right there. And now you can go between and between and between.
Okay, now this is where I always get nervous with wiring.
Well, if you have a nice grip on it, right, like you were doing a good job,
right,
then hold it there. That's good.
Okay.
All right. What do you want to do with that?
Let's think here.
Well, we know, if we want this as our front, in general, it's nice to have you want everything coming towards you, right?
Towards the back, so I have to move this guy this way.
You either twist them right out this way, or twist them out this way.
All right, let's go this way first. Let's see. All right.
Not in love with it, I can tell. You want this more up?
Yeah. Then we have branch here and branch here in the right spots, or like at least one.
Mm-hmm.
This You know, let's just do it. Let's commit to it. I'm okay
Yeah,
with it.
so definitely you can get rid of the...
Yeah, he's going. See ya.
Oh, it's already looking better. And I feel like that this one's got to go too.
Yeah, he's got to go.
Yeah. I think this one might be able to stay.
Yeah.
I would leave it for now. You can always change your mind after. But so that's our sacrifice. So if you want to put some wire on this one, and we'll choose between those two.
Right.
And you might want to...
Yeah, that's this guy's.
What I would do on this one, besides doing the the alternate thinning, is it doesn't have a nice triangle,
Right.
like I was showing you. So
So
you
one of
can.
these has
So
to
on the
be-
back here, you can
Okay.
just. I would just prune like the lighter green stuff a little,
Okay.
and then just try on each one as you move forward. Try
Right.
to come in a little bit.
Make it a triangular shape.
Yeah. For these ones, it's better not to like hedge prune. It's better to
Right.
see if you can't just do a little more. Like come in and then look where they join,
Oh, I
and then
see.
trying to cut it.
Is that what I
like-
should have done initially?
So let's just say. So that's let's just say that's our triangle. Oh, and then we can do some of that same.
Yeah.
That little bit. But you can pick your left rights first.
Yeah.
Right. And that'll help, and then you can. So if I say keep, cut. So if I would go keep, and that means he's keep, and he's keep. So that's how I like to do it. Then you could go the other way. You say keep. So that's how I like to picture it when I'm doing it. But so in this case, it both work out. So it's up to you.
All right. There she goes. That means I'm forced to do that guy.
Your choices have been eliminated.
Yeah. And actually, I think that works out. This guy's more on the bottom. And yeah, that's
Yeah, it's good.
you gotta-
So we have to pick between these two. I think we were saying
yeah,
we kind of have an illusion of a bar branch
yeah,
from from our new front, even though they're not. Like they're totally not at the same level.
right.
But
I think this one anyway. I think it flows better with the tree. But I'm looking at it too. It still would have the bar branch.
with that one,
Yeah.
ish, it does. It does.
Yeah.
So what I would do in that case is, with the wiring we're gonna do with this one, I would hopefully he's flexible enough. You'll see when we do it. I would bring him back and down so he doesn't start at the same level.
Okay.
So it's a little bit of a trick where you kind of make a little chicken wing. So instead
Yeah.
of him starting here,
Yeah.
he'll look like he's starting a little lower.
Down a little lower.
You just
Okay.
trick it.
Okay. Let's do that.
Well, pick which one you're keeping over here, and then chop the other and give it a little trim.
I got the paper still.
Yeah. Oh no, I sent it back to Peter Chan already.
You can't do bonsai and watch YouTube without stumbling upon one of his videos. Like you just can't. I think he's got to go because he comes right in front of the trunk line here. Would it be?
There's no wrong answer.
Would it be silly to put? It would be silly to put a little piece of gin there.
At this size, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So goodbye.
What have you done?
Oh gosh, the wrong one. Don't hedge trim it like last time.
Well, the only difference, I mean, you can, it's just that you'll see that where you hedge trimmed, you're going to have browned needles, the ones that you got cut in half.
Yeah.
So that's why it's better if you can
I see.
clip it.
What next?
It's pretty good. Like if this one was as nice as this one, right?
Yeah.
This could be our right, that's our left, and this one could be our back,
Right.
right? But maybe like for now that he's going to be our right, he's our left, and he's the future. But
Right.
it could be someday. So we're getting an instant bonsai look right now, I think.
Right.
But someday you could change the style,
flip them
right?
around, yeah. Okay. All right. So then I will start at the back, but I cannot cross them.
The gin's not really movable now, so
No.
it's hard to get in there.
So you said this guy should come up almost like a chicken wing. Ain't no thing like a chicken wing. I think that's kind of...
Oh, yes, look at that. So you've disguised his origin point from the front, see?
I see.
He looks like he's coming from a different spot now.
Should I give this a little turn too?
Yes, for sure. Yes, I would. That's good work.
Maybe not.
So it's a little
bit
a little unorthodox.
A little too curved. There you go.
That.
Isn't bad.
Yeah. So yeah, and see how right there you have this and there's an empty. So this would mean that's a natural spot to make it curve.
To make the curve, yeah.
That
you
one.
always want those branches on the outside.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I got some of this skinny stuff. Just gonna gently do this guy. You tell me. Well, you can do whatever you want. I'll give you that much.
All right.
You want more? It's 10 cents an inch.
10 cents an inch.
That's what she said.
Right. I was literally thinking you said it, not me. I don't have one of these at home, so constantly see me like looking over the tree because I'm used to that.
All right, so this is the final reveal of Aaron's tree. Aaron, why don't you give it a spin?
All right. Who would have thought that this tree was in here? Not me.
It's time for the Carnage Cam! Hello, Levi. It's your favorite part.
Carnage! The carnage!
It was so nice to have Aaron over in the Blue Jay nest for the day and to help him to work on his juniper. Although, like so many beginners, I think Aaron knew what to do anyways. It was just nice to have someone to bounce your ideas off of. It was also nice to be able to give back a little. I remember how much help I got from the more senior members when I first joined the club. So it's nice to be able to pay it back, and I'm sure someday Aaron will do the same for other new members. And now it's time for Subscribers Picks. If you'd like to see your photos of your trees, bonsai, or pre-bonsai on the channel, then send us an email with your name, the name and species of your tree, and any other interesting information. If you're looking for a new channel to subscribe to, I suggest my friend XAVIER from Expressions of Grace Bonsai. Here's a pic of his $50 bonsai challenge. Benjamin sent these pics of a raft-style potentilla planted on driftwood. Really cool. As well as a salt bush that he collected. Eric and Emma sent me these pics of their tiger bark ficus before it got chopped up at Nigel's recently. This really cool coleus that's developed a woody trunk. I really like this. And of course, a nice juniper in a cascade style. But my favorite, the Ficus artificialis. Can't wait to see this on April Fools. Ashley sent us these pictures. First, all of his portulacarias. A Crassula tetragona. And a Crassula ovata minima. And These are a Chinese juniper. You may know Ashley, as he sent a lot of jade and portulacaria cuttings to Nigel all the way from England, allegedly. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next episode.